believe it is not the start of a war. Look at this. The Dow Industrial is up 28 points. The Nasdaq Composite, new record all-time high, up 34 points, 9,100. And the S&P, bottom of your screen there, left-hand side, up 10 points, 3,247. As for the price of oil, look at that. Down 60 cents, barely above $62 per barrel. Extraordinary market reaction to a major event in the Middle East. I want to bring in market watcher George Say, who's got something to say on this. Are you buying today, George?
I'm not. I'm watching, Stuart, but I don't want to be overly flippant after two bases of our country were attacked in Iraq by an enemy. But at the same time, it's almost like they exploded a bag of hot air over our bases. It seems like we're going to incur some damage, but no casualties. And it goes directly against the shrill, panicky tone of voice among some of the neo-isolationists I saw on the news channels last night. This seems to be a big bunch of nothing, and I think the market's responding exactly accurately to this. Iran basically gave a very sheepish and ineffective response, and I think we should all be heartened by that.
I just want you, if you can, explain to our viewers what's going on here, because the Dow Industrials at this moment are only, 280 points away from their all-time record high. And the Nasdaq Composite has just made an all-time record high. All of this, despite what's been going on in Iran over the past 5 or 6 days. Can you explain to our viewers what really is going on the market now?
I can. The market's reflecting reality and substance, which is that the U.S. economy is a powerhouse and it continues to roll on in 2020. And the market, for now at least, believes the Iran situation is not going to develop into something that's going to completely derail the market. The mullahs revealed very clearly with their missile strike last night that they are afraid of the American juggernaut and they don't want us to take out some of their more substantive air defense systems or missile systems or oil infrastructure. And it's like a little cat that's basically trying to scratch a lion and get away with it without the lion killing the cat. And I think that it's very encouraging for us today that Secretary Pompeo and the president basically took a really strong move and the Iranians recoiled in front of it. That last night was a big bunch of nothing with no casualties.
So would you conclude that what's been going on over the past 5 or 6 days is just a temporary blip that temporarily interrupts this long-running bull market?
Stuart, that's what it appears to be. As a long-term investor, I'm very reluctant to make strong conclusions after a few days of data. I think we've got to see how this plays out, and the Iranians may still make a mistake and make this much worse. But last night was very encouraging that they're trying to strategically stand down with our country stair-stepped. And I think that was the first stair-step down last night.
Just fascinating. George Say, thanks for joining us, sir. Appreciate it, always.
Glad to be with you.
Thank you. I'm going